Hello there, this is Darth Rabbit07 coming today with another quick review. Studio Series 86 Soundwave arrived way earlier than anybody thought was going to happen. There were some notifications coming through my email this past weekend saying that Hasbro Pulse was going to get it in, and then yesterday everybody started seeing it on the Eastern Seaboard. So I went and looked at my Walmart and found it this morning. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this camera around and take a closer look at this updated version of Soundwave. And in a rare form, Walmart ups Amazon on getting stuff in early. This wasn't due to like February or later, and I'm so tickled it's here today. This box art looks outstanding. I think everything in the package looks really, really great. Can't wait to tear this open and take a closer look at the figures and stuff inside. And we got Soundwave sends his cassette troops on a spy mission. Actually, I was just to go up there and get a blaster in his tapes. There they are right there, 28 steps, and more of that epic scene from the 86 movie. Let's crack them open. Before we open it, pause and scan here. I hope my score helps you score yours. Now let's get 86 Studio Series Soundwave out of that awesome box. And I gotta say this much is true. I love having these plastic bags versus the tissue paper, and I will get them free from the heart of Cybertron. Boom, baby! He's out of the box on the turntable, enjoying this 40-degree balmy weather compared to the 14-degree balmy weather that we had last night. And just wanted to take and spin this around here, let you see the front, the back, the sides, how it all works out. And I am going to go somewhere with that there in. For the price that these go for these days, for this long-awaited update, this looks good from the front, but these look like absolute crap. That's just side A. Let's look at side B. And these tapes do not look like tapes whatsoever. And I gotta say, we're gonna just take one of these bird bots. That's awfully lot of gaps, awfully lot of holes for the price these are going for these days. I'm just not pleased with the way that translated there at all, guys. You do get some tape details there with him and Buzzsaw, but I mean, that is absolutely atrocious and uncalled for. And then my boy Ravage, he's no better for wear, and he's also Megaton parts former. You got some details of a tape there. Nothing else resembles a tape whatsoever. And I'm just to this day, still the better version of Ravage is the MMC 1:1 scale masterpiece version, because the actual parts comes built into the tape, and I like that. Some of the like Frenzy and Rumble, they have extra attachments and that kind of thing, but even like with the bird bots, they also have their blasters incorporated into their alt modes, and I absolutely love that. And I love that the storage is also in there too. But I got to figure out what these little parts, I know what these parts do, but I don't know what these two little extra bits do there. He does have the functionality of, you know, opening up and popping in a tape and closing up very nicely. That much works really, really good. Now looking at Soundwave, you can see clean through him too. I mean, it's a reoccurring thing with the updates to any of these. I mean, that is just atrocious there. You're not going to display it like that. I do like that they did work in the battery compartment thing, but they half-assed the ass. So, I mean, half-assed the aft. Excuse my language, but it really does piss me off that we're paying more for way less. All the same, from the front, that looks outstanding. And being that it's a rectangular block, they don't do much at all. And, yeah. So, to each his own. You can pop in it. Oh, there is no storage for the other two tapes, and for the price that these things are going for, I figured they could put Frenzy and Rumble and Rat Bat in there. Go ahead and get a Slugfest and Overkill. All the Decepticon tapes would be more along those lines of what I'd expect for the price these days. But that's okay. They wasn't in the 86 movie, but the other tapes were. So yeah, shortchanged, being charged more. That's not what I'm so grateful to have a better updated version, and I would do comparisons, but I'm focusing solely on this version of this. So let's get all this stuff transformed and parts on it. Let's see how it stacks up, guys. And here are all four figures in robot mode, and since I use Laserbeak as my model in the alt mode, I'm going to use Buzzsaw, who doesn't get a lot of limelight, as what you get in the bird mode and stuff. The third part that was off to the side there is actually something that connects these two, sits solidly into the bird mode. You got nice painted eyes, that god-awful waffles all the way underneath. The top is solid because of the awful waffles on the bottom, I guess. You get paint here, but none of the other wings on either Laserbeak or Buzzsaw are painted except for those tips with the tampos and the yellow core and the red core there. His eyes are yellow. Laserbeak's is red. Oh no, his is yellow too. I'll be doggone. So there you go. Both have yellow eyes. Pretty awesome Laserbeak bots, even with the waffles. Now, Ravage here is parts former from his. I mean, this was parts former back in the day. At least they did paint it, but yeah, you have to stick his tail and stuff on there. He gets more cat-like look, but it's pretty much a brick because his articulation, you can't do much with it, and that's okay. He's just going to be there as support, I guess, and that kind of thing. Nothing in the head. The tail will wiggle and or just come off altogether, as you can see there. I do like that they didn't make him just a flat brick, but I don't like the parts formery tail. Like I said, I really do wish that Hasbro would take the time and the money and design a solid piece, you know, bot like that. And you do get some waist articulation due to the way that it transforms there. So I mean, there's a little bit of stuff going on there, but the main attraction here, guys, is Soundwave himself. And I'm happy to say, of retail Soundwaves, this guy is the best, because they took and they used the parts to cover and fill in all that's hollow there, and then we get, I guess, a kit to fill in those little bits and that little holes there. But I mean, for the most part, he's pretty solid because of the way that they folded the stuff up, and the transformation is 24 steps and a lot of fun, guys, and I'm not going to spoil any of that for you. Let's go through the articulation real quick here, because it is a little chilly out here and I got to go to basketball practice. Going from head to toe, you do get all the way around on that head there, guys. I will probably do the mod and cut out that extra bit so he can have the look up. I'd rather have them have the ability to look up, because this is all he gets whenever it's that. He's got a very nicely painted head sculpt. It looks absolutely fantastic in the sunlight. I hate that this is just kind of drowned out and that kind of thing. I want to say they did blasters, tape deck thing, solid piece, and they painted it or whatnot, and they just went with clear plastic here so you can see cassettes. But that's what Soundwave's been traditionally, time and time again. Then you get all the way around the arm. You get a full Mr. T. That is part of the transformation. It looks like you can get a lamp mode out of that still. What else is going on here? Upper bicep swivel, and then I'm okay with it being hollow like this because it gives it that extra joint that you should get in a leader class figure. It looks like there is a double elbow, but mine's really stiff and I don't want to break it out here in the cold. So it looks like you got the pins for the double there. So it's got a double there, and you got all the way around on that guy. That should be filled in, and that should be filled in for the cost these go for. And you just get the fingers together. There's no individual finger articulation in either arm. With all that out to the side, you do get all the way around at the waist there. And I have the butt flap up, and I'm okay with it and stuff. I mean, that's what you see in the tape deck mode, but I'm cool with it that way. Like how this backpack cleans up pretty nicely, and that's for the batteries to plug in later on. And that was an actual feature on the original Soundwave way back in the day. You do get the full van damage for Soundwave, because Soundwave is superior, Constructicons inferior. No, the Constructicons for Studio Series are pretty badass, my friend. So if you ain't got those, that's a good, counterpart, and you can probably do your own little stuff. I like the way these kind of push up into the leg when you go to transform it. You get that much in that way. Oh, you got skirts that you can lift up, and you can get this far forward, that way, back, and then ankle rockers. And due to the transformation, these feet do spin all the way around. They are painted, thankfully, because that's what it would look like if they didn't paint it. So paintwork, pretty gratuitous on a Soundwave figure. Makes it look even more awesome and badass, just like Soundwave needs to be. And with that, guys, I mean, that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and rearm him and move into some final thoughts. I forgot to even show off the one action feature you have, and that's the eject feature. So I mean, you got that. They jump in and out of his chest. It'd been nice if this was designed to hold the 3 of these, since only 3 came with it, but I really do also wish that the other ones were designed and made and were added in here. And like I said, we're getting into this final thoughts now. This guy is a high recommend for any fan of Soundwave. This is the Soundwave we've wanted forever and a day, not just with the Siege. The Siege one was really cool because it gives you a spaceship play feature, the lamp, hidden mode, and I like that it was like teased in the inside of that box. But this guy is full on 86 movie Soundwave, looking really awesome and really badass. And then the dogs are barking at deer. And that's going to about wrap up this review. The sun is starting to get low again. We're losing sunlight. It is chilly outside, but it's not as chilly as it was. I love getting out here and showing off these new figures on the back deck. Thanks again for watching my channel, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Get out there and hit your Walmarts and Targets, as I'm hearing that like even the deluxe class is hitting like Targets and that kind of thing, and some of the leaders that were hitting Walmart are also hitting Targets now. I wish you guys happy hunting. I hope y'all have a very merry early Christmas like I have had with these 3 leaders, and I'm just okay waiting on the deluxes to come from Hasbro Pulse at this point, because I just don't want to chase things down and waste gas. Y'all be safe out there. Have an excellent week. Stay tuned. I got Razor Claw coming up next.